Welcome everyone to the Bob Page Soundboard
Stop. I order you to stop right there.
Day. Not a one spark, no cooldown special. I didn't have a joke donation goal for this. Just felt like cracking out the soundboard, dusted it off, and here we are again with Bob. Mostly Bob.
Soon I will leave this body and death will have no
I'm not Bob Page, you know.
And JC Denton. He's there too, for whatever reason. Also, the annoying elf from Might and Magic 7 for Blood and Honor. Yeah. But it's primarily Bob. To commemorate this, there's going to be no riveting gameplay, no can't-miss, must-see action. You know, incredible let's get on with it live edutainment.
I'm always pleased to see one of my experiments perform
That's
so
nice,
well.
Bob. Anyway,
You aren't even afraid.
I had uninstalled the Incredible Baron after doing the stream of it where I beat the game, because I wasn't interested in going through the levels again and doing Pokemon collecting. But it seemed fitting to play through some of it because I understand the basics of the game already, and I'm going to be able to play it while having Bob Page pipe into my head. So we'll do some Incredible Baron.
Perfect.
Don't know what you're doing.
Afterwards, we may transition to a different game. I have a few other ideas. We'll see how I feel, because I might get a headache after this.
Complete chaos.
Let's pull open the Incredible Baron. I don't know how loud this is going to be. I've bumped up the volume high, courtesy, well, for Bob's sake.
I did it again.
So, apologies in advance?
Perfect.
Stop! I order you to stop right there. Listen to Everett. He and the Illuminati have been afraid from the beginning. Afraid of. I'm always pleased to see one of my experiments perform so well. You aren't even afraid.
I'm not Bob Page, you know.
We got a lot of things right when we made you, Deathly, but don't worry.
You interfere in any way, I will kill that young woman. I mean it.
Hold on, folks.
I did it again.
Alright, let me create
I order you to stop right there.
let me create an Incredible Baron source. It'll be fine.
No! You don't know what you're
Don't
doing.
get
Everything will
carried
lose
away.
everything.
That's what you do. You get carried away.
Control won't work. It will be chaos. Complete chaos.
Fine, Bob. Fine.
Up to no good.
Jesus.
Stop! I order you to stop. Always
There, there's our source. Let me... This is the window resolution that it starts at, so let me
Don't leave me.
bigamize it.
He and the Illuminati have been afraid from the beginning.
Leave
Afraid.
me.
I know. I order
You're
you to
too
stop. Don't worry. Power to the I know your weaknesses. You will not be left behind.
He'll leave that black space there.
Something like that.
That'll be
You
fun.
Kill everyone, including yourself.
Remove the text. Yeah, well, I mean, we've had crazier antics with Bob before, Lethal. The eternal cacophony of the Bob Page One Spark Soundboard special. You know, he's been worse. He's just glad to be out of the box.
I know what you're trying to do from the beginning.
Helios and I.
So,
You interfere.
one problem with this game is that
Kill that young woman.
it has a sound thing and a music thing. It doesn't have sliders for that. So turning that on is going to override the power of Bob. And also deafen everyone, and that's just not okay.
I know what you're trying to do. It won't work. I know
I suppose I can just adjust the volume mixer and ignore the windows. Well, yeah, windows, and ignore, like, the OBS volume mixer.
In any way, I will kill that young woman.
Your strength. I know your intelligence. You've only had a small taste. Let me finish the project. Let me bring infinite power to the human body. You will not be left behind.
Don't leave me.
Need to find, like, a comfortable place for me to put it at, so that the volume can, like, tickle our ears. It's like a nice place to tickle our ears. Maybe we can do a little bit more tickling. The primary feature, though, is Bob. That might be too much tickling. There we go. Tickling compromise.
I'm not Bob Page, you know.
I know, JC. Yeah, it has to be on the soundboard.
Soon I will be
It's
pure
for my
light,
use.
Pure energy. Helios and I. While the Illuminati cower in the shadows.
It's how I would swap between different soundboard scenes. Because that's not the only soundboard I have configured.
You interfere in any way, I will kill that young woman. I mean it.
I've just dropped
Perfect.
140 frames. Haven't dropped that many yet. It's already more than I've dropped during recent Twitch broadcasts. Quite a few recent Twitch broadcasts.
I did it again.
Adventures with Mixer. Okay, so starting with the Incredible Baron again, this time doing the Silver Worlds, but we're in World 1, so we shouldn't have that many problems, I don't think. Probably not that many problems. Let's bring along some firepower. This is the Incredible Baron. It is a real-time strategy game.
God.
You have, like, structures that you build.
I did it again.
It's incredibly epic. The graphics are amazingly detailed. There's, like, a lane that you have to funnel your monsters through that you've created to destroy the enemy's melon pulps in their base. Age of War. It's Age of War. Oh. That molar bear. Okay. That takes all four. Sure. I don't really need it. I don't think I'm going to be building within it all, but there we go. Hold up. Did you do what you weren't supposed to do? You sure did. We're not going to be able to have volume or music during this stream from you, game. Because you're bad, and you take control of sound settings when you shouldn't.
You're too late.
So I've turned off sound and music, but we're still hearing rain. Does rain not qualify as sound or music? Is it ambiance?
While the Illuminati cower in the shadows.
I guess we're in the rain now, Bob.
I'm always pleased to see one of my experiments perform
Perfect.
so well.
I
You
did
aren't
it
even
again.
afraid, are you? We got a lot of things right when we made you didn't, but don't worry. I know your weakness.
Well, kind of weird to listen to, like, play this without any sound coming at all from the game, except for rain.
Helios and I. While the Illuminati cower in the shadows.
I will kill that young woman. I mean it.
No! Soon I will be pure
I
light,
did it again.
pure energy. Helios and I.
Stop attacking my tent. That's me. That's rude. Don't do that. That's bad.
Anyway, I will kill that young
Bob, you are being very rude. Stop talking over yourself.
I know your weaknesses. I know what you're trying to
Bob,
do.
please, be more reasonable.
Already I'm more than human.
Folks, this is how this entire stream is going to go. If you had any doubts about that, you need to get those out of your head.
I did it again.
I know you're not Page. It's okay, we'll be fine. Bob, seriously, you have to stop talking over yourself. Be more reasonable, Bob. Please.
We got a lot of things right when we made you.
Well, the
Don't
Illuminati
worry.
cower in the
I know
shadows.
your weakness, Tate. Let me finish the project. Let me bring infinite power to the human body. You will not be left behind.
Well, at least I won't be left behind. That's good. So over here destroying this base. One curiosity is for months, like, sporadically, whenever I've popped up the occasional, like, well, rare, like, Soundboard stream. I have viewers who gain sparks instead of lose them, but it's not like you can report that as feedback at feedback.mixer.com, or even, like, a bug report, because the feedback page, their new feedback UI that they built on Mixer, has been disgustingly broken, and has been broken for months. And I found that out whenever I used it to report something to them several months back. The reason how I know that is that whenever you go to log into the interface for the feedback page to go report something, you don't need to provide a password. You just provide an email address. And so if you knew the email address of, say, any staff member or partner, in theory, I'm sure they might be recording IP addresses, you could slot that in, and then say, like, we need more blueberry pancakes. That's my feedback.
We got a lot of things right when we made you, Denton, but don't worry. I know your weaknesses. I know what you're trying to do. It won't work.
Won't it? Are you sure it won't work?
No.
I feel like it would work.
Don't know what you're doing. Everything will be lost.
Come on, Bob.
Everything. The world will fall to pieces. No one will be in control. It will be chaos. Complete chaos.
I mean, if you say so, Bob. Whatever.
I'm not Bob Page, you know.
I know, JC.
And death will have no meaning.
Are you sure it won't have meaning?
Perfect. I did it again.
You interfere in any way, I will kill that young woman. I mean it.
I think you should kill that young woman. I've been having to hear her sass and shit for years. You can even hum while you do it, I don't care.
You couldn't see us. I will
Bob, you're talking over yourself again.
Well, the Illuminati cower in the shadows.
We got a lot of things right when we made you, Denton. Don't worry.
I did it again.
I know your weaknesses.
I'm not Bob Page, you know.
I know you aren't, JC.
Let me bring I know what you're trying to the human body.
Infinite power.
Be left behind.
So long as I won't be left behind. That would be upsetting.
You interfere in any way, I will kill that young woman. I mean it.
You're very violent, Bob. You need to work through your issues.
Better than kings. Gods.
Well, it's the Incredible Baron, as is currently listed on what Grimith is playing right now, because Mixer does have that UI, in theory, which folks should be able to see.
Perfect.
I think even console folks can see
I
that.
did it
I
again.
think even mobile folks can see that. It used to be that console folks couldn't see that.
I'm not Bob Page, you know.
You're too late.
So when the huge
Already
influx
I'm
of
more
viewers
than
came in from console, it's a fair question for them to ask what game someone was playing, unless you had it written on your screen somewhere. Incredible Baron, I first played this a few weeks back,
Always up to no good.
uninstalled the game, but for the purposes of this stream, there was some content I didn't see in the
Better
game.
than kings.
Thought I'd explore that. Yes, it's written beneath the title of the stream. The primary focus, though, is, of course, Bob Page here, instead of the game. Like, we've explored the story already, like, completely. It looks like, doing, like, the silver missions don't repeat the story, so we don't get to enjoy the game's sound or music because they don't have sound or music sliders, and I can't have Bob Page being
I'm
overpowered.
not Bob Page, you know.
Or JC Denton. We have various levels. We have a time to complete those levels before, presumably, we'd lose them. I haven't lost a level, so I don't know.
Perfect.
Pure.
We have to destroy the enemy's
I did it
base.
again.
While the Illuminati cower.
There's
in
different
the
types of
shadows,
enemies.
You interfere in any way,
They can act
I
as
will
various
kill that
counters
young
to other
woman.
colors.
I mean it.
Soon I will
You can
leave
research
this
to
body,
collect
and
other
death
Pokemon
will
enemies.
have no meaning.
There's an encyclopedia of all of the
You interfere
the various
in
enemies
any
we've
way,
encountered
I
in the
will
game.
Kill that young woman.
The ones we've
I mean
unlocked
it.
and haven't unlocked.
Perfect. I did it again.
In theory, this silver thing will be getting more
Interfere in
research
any
for
way,
various
I
enemies
will
we kill.
that young woman. I mean it.
We'll be encountering something new, even.
No!
Presumably.
I'm always
So we're going to be
pleased
encountering
see
just
one of
blue
my
enemies on this one.
experiments so well.
They're
Always
weak
up to
versus
mark,
green
afraid
and
of
white
you.
enemies.
Always
So
up
I'm
to
going
mark.
to cycle out the stuff that I've prepared here.
Don't worry. The Illuminati have been
I know
afraid
your
from the
I
beginning.
did it again.
Always pleased to see one of my experiments perform so well. Ours. You aren't even afraid, are you? Your intelligence. We got a lot of things right when we made you, Denton. But don't worry. The project.
I know
Let me
your
bring
weaknesses.
infinite power to the human body.
I never use these mind control spores. Let's give them a
I'm
spin.
not Bob Page, you know.
Maybe. Potentially. Possibly.
You interfere
We
in
might
any
not.
way, I will kill that young woman.
Perfect.
I mean it.
That's not...
I did it
Oh yeah,
again.
this blunder. This huge blunderbuss thing. Throw down a
Soon I
landmine.
will leave this body and
I'll leave that
will have
there.
No me and the Illuminati have been afraid from the
That's
beginning.
right, I did it
Afraid
again.
of us.
Perfect.
Afraid of nano-augmentation. Consider your powers.
So
your
perfect.
strength, your intelligence. You've only had a small taste. Let me finish the project. Let me bring infinite power to the human body.
Don't do that, Bob.
Perfect.
Will not be left behind.
Are you sure?
I did it again.
You interfere.
He's not
in
sure,
any
I knew
way,
it.
I will kill that young woman. I mean it.
Violence
Don't leave.
is a problem solver.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not telling you no, Bob. Just think carefully about your choices.
I'm not Bob Page, you know.
Shut up, JC. This does not involve you.
No, don't listen to Everett. He and the Illuminati have been afraid from the beginning. Afraid of us. I'm always pleased to see one of my experiments perform so well. Your strength. You aren't even afraid, are you? You've only had we got a lot of things right when we made you, Denton. But don't worry. Let me bring infinite
I know your
power to
Let's
the human
see
body.
how fast those fall.
Not be
That's
left
not bad.
behind.
I was worried those would fall slower. No, that's something that you can reasonably time, yeah. I don't like those chests having drained energy there. That was rude. Not a fan of that. See if I can time another one. There we go. Beautiful. These mind control spores.
Everett, he and the Illuminati have been afraid from the beginning.
Yeah.
Afraid of us. Afraid of nano-augmentation. Consider your powers, your strength, your intelligence. You've only had a small taste. Let me finish the project. Let me bring infinite power to the human
You
body.
interfere.
I got my
in
infinite
any
power
way,
right
I
here.
will kill that young woman. I mean it.
I'm not Bob Page, you know.
I know, you're not Bob. Page.
Don't leave me.
Crushed it.
Perfect.
Didn't unlock using that one, but I mean, we got to use them anyway through the power of our spores, so nuts to it. I'm not going to play more of that to unlock it.
And death will have no meaning.
Nearby blue row buckets generate energy when they attack. Takes less damage from black and red.
Always up to no good.
Let's go put a patent on evil. Wink, wink. Red and green. Okie dokie.
You couldn't possibly go through with
Red.
something like that. You'd kill everyone, including yourself.
Let's replace this one. Put that one in. I never ended up using this bigger blunder. The big blunder. Red and green. And I'm not even bothering to build the den right now, so I'll just leave the polar bear there. Got a snowman, and then that white
I'm
row
always
bucket, or
pleased to see one
shovel
of my
thing,
experiments
trundling
perform
along.
so well. You aren't even afraid, are you? We got a lot of
I'm not
things
afraid, you're
when we
right,
made
Bob.
You, Denton, but don't worry. I know your weaknesses.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like something to worry about. You knowing my
Interfere
weaknesses.
In any way, I will
Stop,
kill
did it
that
again.
I
young
order you
woman.
to stop right
I mean
there.
it.
We're not playing red light, green light, Bob. I won't just stop at your command.
I'm not Bob Page, you know.
I know you aren't. I wasn't talking to you. This conversation does not involve you. That's right, it doesn't involve him.
Always up to no good. You couldn't possibly go through with something like that. You'd kill everyone, including yourself.
Don't do that.
No!
Heavier damage.
Don't leave me.
Yeah, okay,
I
makes
did
sense.
it again.
I'm
Hey,
not Bob Page,
don't
you
be
know.
attacking that. That's rude. I also did not need to use that overkill. Man, that's better than the normal
You're too
blunderbuss
late.
in every way and
Already
costs the
I'm
same.
more than human.
We're gonna lose that. I will be upset. It's gonna happen.
Perfect.
We'll upgrade it. That way we won't lose it for sure. There we go, look at that. Problem solving.
Soon
fighting
I will
crime.
be pure light.
No!
Pure energy. Helios and I.
Soon I will leave this body.
You
Well, the
interfere in
Illuminati
any way,
cower in
I
the
will
shadows.
kill that
Oh,
young
the
woman.
Illuminati cower in the shadows. Trying to melt the snowman here.
I know what you're
Assemble
trying
a
to
small
do.
army.
It won't work.
This could end up being the first one we fail. We have another 2 minutes, though. We got
Perfect.
time. It's not perfect. The antithesis of perfect. Distinct lack of perfection.
I'm always pleased to see
did it
one of
Using
my
this magic
experiments
shovel to
perform
permanently
so
lower
well.
cost of these
You aren't
abilities.
even afraid, are you? We got a lot of things right when we made you, Denton, but don't worry. You don't know what
I know
you're
your
doing. Everything will be lost. Everything. The world will fall to pieces. No one will be in control. It will be chaos.
Unfortunately, the melon cold is
Complete
just able to
chaos.
reach and interfere right there. That is lamentable. Well, it's going to be over
Always
soon.
up to no good. Always up to no good.
You interfere in
I
any
think
way.
having an expensive unit there is what held me back.
The world will fall
No
to
matter the
pieces.
value
No one
of
will
that.
be in control. It will be chaos. Complete
That said, it does
chaos.
look like we're turning the tide here. But we do only have a minute left, now that the melon pult's gone. And they don't have any bonus, like, units like the snowman spawning.
I did it again.
Just have to lay down the firepower quick, like.
Better than
All right.
kings. Gods.
Neat.
I'm not Bob Page, you know.
As of yet, I haven't played a level more than once. At least someone had faith, I guess. Gonna meet someone new.
You interfere in any way, I will kill that
Mostly
young woman.
black,
I mean it.
but with a dash of blue.
Afraid of nano-augmentation. Consider
So we should use
powers,
white and
strength,
blue.
Your intelligence. You've only had a small taste.
But
Let
it would
me
help if we
finish
used
the
some white.
project. Let me bring
Really
infinite
white.
power to the human body.
You will not be left behind. That's
I
good.
did it again.
Stop! I order you to stop right there.
Freeze!
You interfere in any way, I will kill that young woman. I mean it.
I believe you, Bob.
No!
I know what you're
leave
I'm
trying
not
to
Bob
do.
Page, you know.
Through with something like that, you'd kill everyone, including yourself. You don't know what you're doing. Everything will be lost. Everything. The world will fall to
Perfect.
pieces. No one will be in control. It will be chaos. I'm always pleased to see one of my experiments.
Bob, it's not
perform
gonna be
so
that
well.
bad, okay?
You aren't even afraid,
You're
are
getting
you?
carried away.
We got a lot of things right when we made
We'll leave that as is.
I did it again.
While the Illuminati cower in the shadows.
Well, the Illuminati cower in the shadows.
Chaos. complete. I'm always pleased to see one of my experiments
You're too
perform.
late.
Bob is a negative
Already I'm
Nancy.
more than human. You're too late. Already I'm more than human.
Immediately regret not having the blunderbuss to fire here.
Helios and I.
Immediately regret that. This was my first time experimenting with not having it. And, like, yeah, that was certainly a choice. That said, we managed to figure it out. Till that next swarm comes.
It won't work.
We should save up 25 gold to get that. Then maybe have saved some gold to build an army, but
I will kill that
that's
young
overrated, right?
woman. I mean it.
Get a burb out. Send burb. The power of burb.
Always up to no good.
Burbs are up to no good. It's true. Read that in a book somewhere. I played plenty of video games that note that for certain. Burbs perpetually up to no good.
You couldn't possibly go through with something like that. You'd kill everyone, including yourself.
Well, you know, tough titty. If I can't win, no one will. Thus I will enlist the power of burb. So hi there, viewers, chatters, and lurkers. How's it going?
I'm not Bob
I did
Page,
it
you know.
again.
How excited are you for Bob Page? Because he's excited for you. Yes, he is.
You couldn't possibly go through with something. I order you to stop. You kill everyone, including yourself. No! You don't know what you're doing. Everything will be lost.
Everything. The world will fall to pieces. No one will be in control. It will be chaos. Complete chaos.
Anyway, I will kill that young woman. I mean it.
I'm not Bob Page, you know.
I did it again. Perfect.
That's cheating, Dirk. What's even the point of these interactivity tools? What's even the point of sparks? Sad, defective. Alright, red and black. While the Illuminati cower in the shadows. Alright, let's go.
Helios and I.
Oh yeah, there's fog on this map. Forgot about that.
Let me finish the project. I'm always pleased to see one of my experiments. You weren't even
I
afraid,
did it
are you?
again.
We
Perfect.
got a lot of things right when we made you, Denton, but don't worry.
I'm not Bob Page, you
I
know.
order you to stop right there.
Not a fan of seeing that group. It's kind of disturbing. They're setting my shit on fire. Uh-oh. Right, I forgot about
I'm always
Cthulhu.
pleased to see one of my
Hey,
experiments
Cthulhu,
perform
how's it
so
going?
well. You aren't even afraid, are you? We got a lot of things right when we made you, Denton, but don't worry.
Soon I will be
I know your
pure
weaknesses.
light.
Yeah, the UI just might not be
Energy.
updating properly.
Helios and I. While the Illuminati cower in the shadows.
While the Illuminati cower in the shadows, never mind the decorative fire, folks. Just what it is, decoration. Commemorative fire.
I did it again.
I know what you're trying to do. No! It won't work. You don't know what you're doing. Everything will be lost. Everything. The world will
And it goes destroy my hive now, which is rude. Still, we're gonna get ourselves a melon bolt. There we go. We've got the mind control spores ready.
Let me bring infinite
You interfere in any way, I will kill that young woman. I mean it.
Send out these zombo slugs. Whenever they get a kill, they zombify
I'm not Bob
the enemy.
Page, you know.
No!
Clearly the gods favor you, Catman, as they do several others who've had their sparks go up while clicking my buttons. Or maybe my buttons just bestow power to all. Like, immediate dividends are paid out in your favor.
Everything will be lost. Everything. The world will fall to pieces. No one will be in control. It will be chaos. Complete chaos.
Bob, I think you're over-exaggerating.
I'm not Bob Page, you know.
That's nice. Also irrelevant.
I did it again.
Good, we have vision again. Poor Shovel Knight. I don't like these guys. That's very rude. Alright, let's pound them into submission. Hop, 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 hop. Until we engage them at the melon pult.
I know what you're trying to do. It won't work.
Soon
Probably get that final upgrade on the go.
pure energy.
Yep,
Helios
like I said,
and
Shovel Knight.
While the Illuminati cower in the
Interfere
Just creeping back
in
there.
any way, I will kill that young woman. I mean it.
I'm always pleased to see one of my experiments perform so
A
well.
lot of hell.
You aren't even afraid, are you? We got a lot of things right when we made you, Denton. I order you to stop right there. I know your weaknesses.
Let me go ahead and get one of those hells from myself. There we go. I have the power. We've almost got that thing.
Always up to no good.
No!
Here we go. Boop.
I did it again.
There we go.
I'm not Bob Page.
Got another 2 minutes. The melon pult's so close to... There we go. That broke it open. It has all been broken open, my friends. There's gonna be no more large groups
Already I'm
spawning.
more than human.
That bear is just sitting there. It's cool. He'll have his moment. Time to shine, just not right now. Yeah. Meanwhile, we continue to level up, which nets us bonus gold. So that's nice. Willy Woods.
Kings. God.
Made for real willies. So I want to primarily use blue enemies here. And if anything... Probably a white enemy.
I'm always pleased to see one of my experiments perform so well. You aren't even
So blue
afraid,
and
are you?
perhaps
We got
white,
a lot
but
of
primarily
things
blue.
right when we made you, Denton, but don't worry. I know your weaknesses.
Let's break that out. Use that. This is...
You interfere in any way, I will kill that young woman. I mean it.
Maybe a black one. Let's pull out that blunderbuss, though. So we can double fire if
I
need
know
be.
what you're trying to do. It won't work.
I haven't bothered to use my credit growth yet, or I haven't really even built a den yet. At all.
No!
You couldn't do I will
I might do something with it. This wave. Alright, explosive guys.
We got a lot of things right when we made you, Denton, but don't worry. I know your weaknesses. You only had a small taste, let me finish the project. Let me bring infinite power to the human body. You will not be left behind.
You will not be left behind. This might be the level where you're supposed to, like, survive for as long as you can. And are not realistically expected to survive. I forget which of the levels in World 1 is where you're just supposed to hold out for the timer. It could be it. Maybe not. Continue to make things cheaper. Pull out the RoboFox now. Shoot that because it explodes upon death and we can keep that away from us. Create the Den to have burb power. I don't have to complete the whole campaign with silver levels. I just need to complete the level that I want to do a gold on first. Silver by the looks of things. Go ahead and get that. Kill that in one shot. Kill that in one shot. Yeah, we overran this one fairly handily.
You don't know what you're doing. Everything will be lost.
Don't even need Bear. We would need all 4 stages of Din anyway in order to get there.
It will be chaos.
I should have used that one.
Chaos.
Perfect.
Oh well. What's done is done.
I did it again.
Congratulations. Revenge of the Maya, then Sunset Precipice. So all green, red, and black are what's going to be on the menu.
I know what you're trying to do. It won't work.
I think we'll just have that in the Den for now. Even though those rooms aren't full, whatever.
I know what you're trying to do. It won't work.
No real threat with either of these enemies. We'll be fine.
I'm always pleased to see one of my experiments perform so well.
He said as he promptly proceeds to die. Wink, wink.
We got a lot of things right when we made you, Denton, but don't worry. I know your weaknesses.
Great, I won't worry about it.
I'm not Bob Page, you know.
That's nice. I'm happy for you that you're not Bob Page.
I did it again.
Go ahead and pull out another one of those. We need to make these damn things, the red bombs, cheaper.
No!
We definitely need one on the board.
Everything will be lost. Everything.
When that thing gets destroyed, there's going to be a lovely little explosion there. Yeah, that's good.
Complete chaos.
These guys definitely, the atomic bomb snakes, definitely help you get from getting overrun by a mass.
Energy. Helios and I. While the Illuminati cower in the shadows.
While the Illuminati cower in the shadows. Distinct cowering going on here. We definitely need another atomic bomb snake. Lord knows we need another few atomic bomb snakes.
He and the Illuminati have been afraid from the beginning. Afraid of us. Afraid of nano-augmentation.
We're looking good now, though.
Your strength. Your intelligence. You've only had a small taste. Let me finish the project. Let me bring infinite power to the human body.
Infinite power.
Not be left behind.
Proceeds to be left behind. No, Wolfar, we can't.
Always up to no good.
Primarily because I'd have to edit all of the commands to be at 1 spark, and that's just not an investment I'm going to put forward.
Interfere in any way, I will kill that young woman. I mean it. Better than kings.
God.
If they were all in a group with, like one cost for all, like, it'd be easier, but I have, like, individual costs on all the functions.
You couldn't possibly go through with something like that. You'd kill everyone, including yourself.
I probably would. Kill everyone, including myself. Sounds about right.
Don't leave me.
Bob, it's going to happen sooner or later, but you don't have to worry about that
I'm
right
not
now.
Bob Page, you know.
Besides, since so many folks are getting sparks anyway from the buttons, well, it basically just means that you can't participate in this shit, Wolfar. You're the one who's left behind.
Perfect. I did it again.
Plenty of new enemies for 110. By plenty, I mean 2. So primarily green with a bit of black thrown in.
Stop! I order you to stop right there!
Actually a situation, first time that I can recall, where there's no, like, one common weakness that both colors share. Good to know. Other than, of course, like, the final mission of the campaign. So I do want to focus on... probably have some black enemies, because black's not weak to black. It's a button for me. That's what it does.
No! You don't know what you're doing! Everything will be lost! Everything! The world will fall to pieces! No one will be in control! It will be chaos! Complete chaos!
More specifically,
Perfect.
I would cycle to the other soundboard using that button. Or anyone I gave permission to use that functionality. Which is no one
Always
but
up to
me.
no good.
In other broadcasts, you would see
Soon
that,
I will leave this
like-
body and death will
like, I as a
follow
streamer
you.
could program, like, a separate page, like a separate, like, board for subscribers to go to, for example, where, like, costs for the board might be free, or they might have different options that normal viewers don't get to use.
No! No!
No, don't listen to Everett. He and the Illuminati have been afraid from
I
the
did it
beginning.
again.
What you're doing, everything will be lost. Afraid of everything. Consider your world will fall to pieces. No one will be in control. It will be chaos. Complete Let me finish chaos. The project. Let me bring infinite power to the human body. You will not be left behind.
You will not be left behind. That's good.
I'm not Bob Page, you know.
Also nice. I'm actually going to bring a stink plant in that. Not going to worry about these other two. Yep. This guy's expensive, unfortunately, but he's an okay tank.
You'd kill everyone,
Open
including
with,
yourself.
especially against one of them. Go ahead and get the level of that. Send out to the tank to go do tanky things. Shoot that so he's weakened.
I'm not Bob Page, you know.
Just completely finish him off. Intense humming action.
Don't leave me. Pure light. Pure energy. Helios and I.
Pleased to see some
Rough thing about both these guys is that they have significant cooldowns. So I gotta spend the gold somewhere, which could end up resulting in this building being destroyed.
power to the human body. You will not be left behind.
Feels as if the shooting did not happen properly there, but whatever. What do I know, right? Get some burb power, although their eggs won't appear, like their secondary effect upon death, until I have this, like, fully upgraded, which I'm not bothering with. Ooh, we build that. Get some AoE damage in there, yeah. That's a necessary thing. Good, we resolved that problem. We even, like, gathered up our assaulters here. We're gonna storm them. Got plenty of gold from that, too. There's another melon pult to look forward to. Let's go ahead and get that on the go. Probably should have even placed that down a little bit sooner. Oh well. Breaking loose. Yeah, well, Party Commissar has nothing better to do but click the humming button, as you do. Who can blame him? Yeah, there you go. There's the music provided for you, thanks to Party Commissar. And Bob Page, of course.
I did it again!
You sure did. Actually got pushed back there from the second melon pult. That's no good. Well, you'd have to be in order to click the buttons. Since, in theory, they're supposed to cost sparks. So you'd have to be logged into something. And I have access to see whoever it is that clicks on the buttons and activates the commands.
No! Well, the Illuminati cower in the shadows.
It's a situation where I don't have enough units to spend the gold then. Curious. First time I ran into this problem. Well, any meaningful capacity. I'm a novice naturalist. Well, they need to, so that I could say, like, then ban folks from being able to press the buttons, or exempt people from being able. The log does, there's an event log for me. It's the same thing that allows me to say, only be the person to press the Grim Use button. I've unlocked the logjam. Great. Alright, we went through World 1 on Welcome to Silver difficulty. Thanks. Complete World 1 on Silver difficulty. Along with our research on 15 creatures. Hooray, achievements. Logjam. Lowers unit cooldowns when damaged by white and blue. Takes reduced damage from white and blue. Yeah, but, I mean, like, that stuff could just be prevented by, say, having cooldowns on things. I can also assign cooldowns to whatever. There's plenty of details about it. 2 new enemy types will be meeting, and we don't have properly researched. It's all going to be blue. Coming along for the ride, air conditioner. In general, like, the cooldowns and spark costs that I've placed on buttons have been, like, so, the spark cost is 100 for every second of audio, like the clip has rounded up. And I have the delay for the cooldown for each button to be that same thing as well. So if it goes 6 seconds, then the cooldown is for 6 seconds. That's my system for doing it.
No!
I know what you're trying to do. It won't work. No, don't listen.
I guess I'll use a logjam.
He and the Illuminati have been afraid from the beginning. Afraid of us. Afraid of nano-augmentation. Consider your powers, your strength, your intelligence. I'm always pleased to see one of my experiments perform so well. Finish the project. You aren't even afraid, are you? Power to the we got a lot of things right when we made you, Denton. But don't worry. I know your weaknesses.
Yeah, porcelain cow. That's certainly true. And, like, even if you're, like, you're, say, having trouble or difficulty with worlds, which I didn't have, but maybe you could, like, well, not maybe, but you could go back to, like, earlier stages and play them. Creatures that you didn't unlock, you could go unlock them, and that could help you along as well. I haven't failed, like, a stage yet, so... But, if for whatever reason you didn't bring the right collection of things, or just derped on something, or got distracted by a soundboard, see that being useful?
Perfect.
Perfect.
I'm always pleased to see one of my experiments perform so well. You aren't even afraid, are you? We got a lot of things right when we made you, Denton, but don't worry. I know your weaknesses.
So glad you know my weaknesses, buddy. So glad. So...
I'm not Bob Page, you know.
Positively thrilled. Go ahead and take care of that fucking slug. I didn't know how
you couldn't possibly go
trio would be, so
You'd kill everyone.
Wanted to make sure I could throw down a logjam just in case. Yes, eternal mastermind Bob Page. Undefeated Bob.
I'm not Bob Page, you know.
Unlike JC, who's totally been defeated. Look at that gold generation fly, my friends.
I did it again!
Alright, we've got some debuffs on him. Let's get to work. It's true. Power of save load can defeat even Bob Page. Save load, true champ. I mean, does he really? As far as I'm concerned in my canon, the only game where I encountered Bob Page, he died, so... I certainly didn't get a phone call. Well, I mean, like, he used the comm link, so... And everyone knows that everyone had JC Denton's number. Like, everyone knew JC Denton's number could call his fucking data link at any moment. That's how someone got full access to his systems.
I'm more than human.
Perfect.
But is it really a Deus Ex game?
I did it again!
Or does it just incorporate Bob Page for the lulz?
I'm not
We
Bob
know all
Page,
these
you know.
friends. We don't have two of them, though, in the book. Special delivery. Oh, yeah! The gimmick one. We only got 2 copies of this letter. Ah! Whee! I know we did it. We got him over. Oh, shit. Those damn things? Oh, dear. What have I done? Well, I tried to speed ahead. That's the first time I lost one of these guys. And he doesn't have infinite copies of that letter. Shit, I pressed...
You interfere in any way, I will.
I pressed E instead of W.
I mean it.
That's my first time I failed a level. Bob, this is your fault.
No! You don't know what you're doing. Everything will be lost.
Perfect.
It's Bob's fault.
Always up to no
Blame
one
Bob.
will fall to pieces. No one will be in control. It will be chaos.
I'm not Bob Page, you know.
Complete chaos.
Bob's fault.
No!
It's your fault, Bob.
No!
It is. Accept accountability, Bob.
Always up to no good.
No!
Bob, responsible.
You interfere in any way,
I order you
I
to
will
stop
kill
right
that
there.
young woman. I mean it.
I'm always pleased to see one of my experiments perform so well. You aren't even afraid, are you?
Let's kill that thing first, because
I know what you're trying to do.
of the nefarious nature of these damn
Your
things.
weaknesses.
Oh, fucking, whoa. Shit, fuck.
I know what you're trying to do. It won't work.
Some melon pulp there. Well, that's rude.
Soon I will leave.
Thing just
this
ganked
body,
me.
and death will have no meaning.
Yeah, first level, we actually have some issues here, my dudes. That's not good.
Perfect.
It's not perfect. Apparently this is the exchange we're gonna have, because I can't, like, slingshot myself past, and I have to deal with that melon pulp. What kind of Plants vs. Zombies remake is this shit? I don't even get the gold. Sad. The mailbox's final guard. Uh-oh.
You couldn't possibly
Ah!
something like that. You'd kill everyone.
If only...
You're too late. Already I'm more
If
than
only he had just gone a little bit further, he would have bounced off of that springboard and then just spirited away on wings.
Soon I will
Went from
leave
no
this
failures to
body,
failing on
and
something
death will
twice.
have no meaning.
pure energy. Helios and I,
Better than kings.
while the Illuminati cower in the shadows.
Alright, let's springboard up in advance here, folks.
No! You don't know what you're doing. Everything will be lost. Everything. The world will fall to pieces. No one will be in control. It will be chaos.
No, me standing there would have been a killer. It's not a matter of impatience. It's a matter of the springboard not properly landing.
While the Illuminati cower in the shadows.
Afraid, are you? I order you to stop right when things right when we made good. Don't worry. You're intelligent. I know your weaknesses. You've only had a small taste. Let me finish the project. Let me bring infinite power to the human body. You will not be left behind.
I'm not Bob Page, you know.
Come along. Great. Yes, yes, final guard.
Soon I will leave
Nice.
this body and death will have no meaning.
All according to plan. They make an alright sound effect.
Stop.
I did it
I
again.
order you to
First
stop
level that
right
gave me
there.
some trouble was a gimmick level. I'm okay with that. Well, first one that I failed anyway. Black and blue.
No! You couldn't possibly go through with something everything will be lost. You'll kill everyone, including yourself. The world will fall to pieces. No one will be in control. It will be chaos. Complete chaos.
You interfere in any way, I will kill that young woman. I mean it.
I mean it.
Soon I will leave this body, and death will have no meaning.
Alright, looks good. Let's begin. Okay? Alright. Those are a thing. I wonder what bullshit ability they're going to have upon death.
Pure light. Pure energy. Helios and I...
What is their dumb egg gonna do? Other than piss me off.
Illuminati cower in the shadows.
Looks like it explodes upon destruction. Well, if left alone for long enough, so that's great. Glad that's a thing. Groups of them come out at once. Ooh. 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 I don't have an effective means of,
You couldn't possibly go through with something like that. You'd kill everyone.
dealing with groups right now.
Are better than kings. Gods.
Go ahead and get that on the go. That helps to destroy the eggs, too, which is nice. Especially in the face of that shit. It's definitely a good thing I brought that onto the field. Woo, is it a good thing? Yummy, yummy, delicious AoE. Oh my fucking Christ. All those eggs. Rest in peace, his army. Madin!
Don't leave me!
Bob, now's not the time for your histrionics.
No!
I'm not Bob Page, you know.
I know you aren't. I think I'm gonna lose this one just due to, like... Well, there's not gonna be any more super groups that spawn. I also need to get to their base and destroy it in a minute. Yeah, it's a nasty ability they've got. Without much time to be able to complete this level. Fucking birds, man. Christ. Kinda wish I brought those fucking red bombs to, like, the atomic bomb stakes to fucking use against them. I'm not even gonna get to the melon bolt.
While the Illuminati cower in the shadows.
It's a rude level. Actually lost a building for the first time ever.
Let me bring infinite power to the human body. You will not be left behind.
I wanted to shoot the egg there, game. Thanks. I have a better idea for what I want to do now for my second approach of this. We'll see what happens when we time out.
Soon I will
All the AI has to do is just play not to lose, bastards. I gotta play to win. Well, at least we ranked up, and we got plenty of burb research.
always up to no good.
Fire burb. Lays an egg upon dying. If the egg is not destroyed, it hatches and explodes, damaging nearby enemies. Will only lay an egg if your hatchery has all 4 rooms. No, look at me. I'm so special. I'm the AI. Anyway, fuck their weaknesses. That shit was apparently dumb. We need to go back to the drawing board here.
It won't work.
If we're gonna have to deal with them, like, blowing up, then they're gonna have to deal with us blowing up.
Listen to Everett. He and the afraid from the beginning, afraid of us, afraid of nano-augmentation. Consider your powers, your strength, your intelligence. You've only had a small taste. Let me finish the project. Let me bring infinite power to the human body. You will not be left behind.
You will not be left behind. There. We'll do that. We'll have to get a level 3,
you know.
but that will do. We also want to bring this, this, and maybe that too. Yep, mind control. That's what I'm gonna use to put the burbs on my side. Get some burb power. Like a bastards.
I know what you're trying to do. It won't work.
Alright, sure. Go burb it up with burbs. We just killed that in time. Since we don't have much time either. There's no time to explain. Son of a bitch. Again, they didn't stand there long enough, and so the entire investment was lost of energy. What the fuck? That's what I wanted. The fucking red row bucket. Yes, that's what I needed. How did you know? That was the assistance I was looking to acquire. I feel as if this has gone worse.
So well. You aren't even afraid, are you? We got a lot of things right when we made you, didn't, but don't worry. I know your weaknesses.
Like, I can't even push them away from my base. At least I was doing the extra damage to them whenever I had, like, their weaknesses.
Perfect. I did it again.
Like, the two birds plus the eggs are just not something I can just blindly throw units at here. Made just as much fucking progress.
You couldn't
Actually made less progress.
like that. You'd kill everyone,
At least,
yourself.
like, these guys are worse at dealing with AoE. Like, I actually just got outright destroyed there instead of running out of time.
This body and death will have to
So much for my clever fucking idea with mind control spores.
You couldn't possibly go through with something like that. You'd kill everyone, including yourself.
Shut up, Bob. Now's not a good time.
No!
I'm not Bob Page, you know.
You just deal extra damage. That's all they do.
Leave me.
You interfere in any way, I will kill
Always
that
up
young
to
woman.
no good.
I mean it.
You couldn't possibly go through with something like that. You'd kill
That doesn't
everyone,
help me in this
including
situation.
yourself.
Like, reflecting damage isn't bad.
I know what you're trying to do. It won't work.
You're too late. Already I'm more than human.
These are too expensive to use as a starting creature. But
Always up to no good.
we had an energy issue there for sure. I would like to use those box slugs.
I did it again.
This is just a... I don't think the bandage is going to be any meaningful usage of my time.
No!
We'll try that. The mind control spores can miss, and, well, they can also target the wrong enemy.
I'm always pleased to see one of my experiments perform so well. You aren't even afraid, are you? We got a lot of things right when we made you, Denton, but don't worry. I know your weaknesses.
No, you only have 5 seconds before that shit blows up. So that's not a surprise. Look at this clusterfuck. He says as he proceeds to not summon anyone to deal with said clusterfuck.
I know what you're trying to do. It won't work.
At least someone knows what I'm trying to do. And then the fucking melon pole interferes, too. Like, look at how many eggs there are there. Like, goodbye, army.
I'm always pleased to see one of my experiments perform so well.
Like, rest in
You
peace.
aren't even afraid, are you? We got a lot of things right when we made you, Denton, but don't worry. I
I can't make any progress on that. And we have another group of the red row buckets coming in.
Possibly go through with something.
I already tried the atomic bombs. They cost too much, they didn't last for any meaningful length of time, red on red crime means they don't deal a whole lot of damage. It's a waste of my time. And they're the only ones I have that in that capacity without going to farm and research other things. Which is the exact sort of tedium that had me uninstall this game, thinking about it, like, after, like, the first run. Like, why would I do that?
No, don't listen.
Suppose at the very least we can draw this out again, if nothing else. So I guess that's nice.
Afraid of nano-augmentation. Consider your powers, your strength, your intelligence. You've only had a small taste. Let me
Again, I can't even get to the melon bowl.
Let me bring infinite power to the human body. You will not be left behind.
Yeah, the best run I did of this was the first time. Yep, my poison AoE needs the third building. I mean, it's the most effective way.
I'm not Bob Page, you know.
But this is the first wall I've hit in the game, difficulty-wise. Okay. I mean, I can burb myself, but I don't get the power of those eggs, unless I have the full hatchery upgrade. And there's not a whole lot of time on this map. Alright, let me look through my encyclopedia of everything I've got.
Soon I will leave this body, and death will have no meaning.
Let's not do it there, though, Grim. Let's look here. Alright, so a bunch of red units, the Firebirds, which we've seen them in action, obviously. Well, only laying an egg if your hatchery has all 4 rooms. They are also fairly durable, they're fairly quick, as we've noticed. They cost 70 gold, so that's like 140 gold that's being spawned in our faces. Of shit. And then the eggs that they spawn quickly clean up your units, unless they can kill them within a few seconds, which, as has been proven, is not a guarantee. So here's the thing. I could springboard my units, like, over the eggs, but I can't springboard past the melon pole. Like, that has to be destroyed. Like, as was proven, if nothing else, just, like, a level or so ago. Like, I have to go through that melon pole in order to get to their base to destroy it. I don't think a landmine would kill one of the birds. And even then, like, there's still the other bird. Like, a flintlock blast won't kill. It's possible that a mine would kill. Bouncy board, again, like, can get, like, one of my units over the eggs. But doesn't save, like, an army. Then we've obviously seen the power of the stink plant there in action. don't know whether Incredigrowth could help. I don't see it, but it's possible. Mind Control Spores, we tried those. That's 50 energy for a bird of our own, which we lost at. Bandage, yeah. I don't know whether the weakening effect affects damage, health, whether it's like a debuff on all three things.
You don't know what you're doing. Everything will be lost. Everything. The world will fall to pieces. No one will be in control. It will be chaos. Complete chaos.
No, the springs don't work on enemies. It's an ally-only thing. It's a nice thing, but I just, like, I have a time crunch issue, and also a health, like, I have to get something out on the go at that moment in time. That's fine. The din is fine where it is, because I'm only using the first thing of that anyway. The Robo-Foxes have not so much an expense issue, so much as a cooldown there. Their self-destruct is nice, too, which I like. The trunk traps aren't doing anything meaningful for me. Other than just being bodies. I could try the mines and then combine it with that if I'm going to get 3 levels of hatchery. I could just say, okay, Grim, 2 levels of workshop, and then that. I don't think I'd end up using that with maybe that. I don't know. I'm not convinced. I could just try to rely entirely on Robo-Foxes and then block slugs. There's a lot of... I don't like this. A lot of things costing energy here. I'm not going to be able to use all these things. I simply won't be able to use all these things. There. And Sea Slug generates energy when it attacks. I do have other ranged things, like the Robo-Fox is a ranged unit. Like, there are things that have some range to them. The slugs have range. But I don't have immediate stats on, well, let's see here, the explosion is 14 parsecs, and then this nipple rub here is 12 parsecs.
But don't worry. I know your weaknesses.
Perfect.
I wonder if that'll explode on them. I suppose in the name of science there, I'll check.
Don't
Alright.
leave me. Don't leave me.
I have a new idea.
I know what you're trying to do. It won't work.
I mean, that's very negative right now, Bob. I don't need that in my life.
With something like that, you'd kill everyone, including yourself.
I'm not Bob Page, you know.
You interfere
Always
in
up to
any
no
way,
good.
I will kill
Always up
that
to
young
no
woman.
good. Always
I
up
mean
to
it.
no good.
Perfect.
I'm not Bob Page, you know.
Stop! I order you to stop
Soon
right
I
there.
will be pure light, pure energy. Helios and I, while the Illuminati cower in the shadows.
The mines. The mines. I hadn't thought of, like positioning the mine, like, just right in front of, like, my building like that. Like, that's a cheap way of dealing the AoE as well. The black slugs have, like, a little bit of control to them. It's just gonna be hard for me to position these things, like, after the fact.
No! You don't know what you're doing. Everything will be
And
lost.
they aren't that effective in damaging groups
The world will
when,
fall
you
to
know, they're
pieces.
ran past
No
like
one will
that.
be in control. It will be chaos.
But we actually got the melon pole destroyed, which is something I hadn't done. However, there is a second melon pole.
Perfect.
So...
Listen to Everett. He and the Illuminati have been
That's a
afraid
thing.
from the beginning. Afraid of us. Afraid of nano-augmentation. Consider your powers, your strength, your intelligence. You've only had a small taste. Let me finish the project. Let me bring infinite power to the human body. You will not be left behind.
No!
I know what you're trying to do. It won't work.
That did it?
You're too late. Already I'm more than human.
I mean, I'd already finished the science on birds. And again, like,
I did it again.
me using the birds is different than the AI using them. They have a 70 gold cost base per, and I have to have all 4 levels of that hatchery upgraded in order for them to shit out eggs upon death. The black slugs I'd already had on the board before. It was the mines that ended up being the difference maker there.
I'm always pleased to see one of my experiments perform so well.
Which is nice.
You aren't even
I have a greater appreciation for the
We
mine.
got a lot of things right when we made you, Denton, but don't worry. I know your weaknesses.
Like, relying on the mine to destroy the enemies instead of, like, my units meant that when all those eggs, like, exploded over there, it was irrelevant. So, like, 2 mines, like, destroying the group was more efficient than, especially whenever all those red rope buckets popped up, too.
Soon I will leave this body.
Sure, if the
Death
black
will
slugs
have
lived,
no
and I saw, like, a
You interfere
burb
in
or 2
any
on my
way,
team.
I will kill that young
The black
woman.
slugs are those
I
box
need
slugs are one of my favorite units. What am I facing? I think I'm going to leave things exactly as they are.
Perfect.
Enemy box slugs. Also, apparently every... What? Wait. Wait. Huh? Okay. Bank error in my favor. We'll take it.
Stop! I order you to stop right there.
Just got distracted there, and it didn't end up doing anything, because I'm like, huh? I mean, I'll take it, just... Definitely per-puzzled there. Yeah, I mean, whatever, I'm not gonna bitch. Cool to me. Bob, could you be any less annoying? Trick question, I know the answer to that's no.
No!
Mm-hmm.
No!
You interfere in any way, I will kill that young woman.
Kill
I
everyone,
did it again.
including yourself.
Huge army marching out. Good lord. Not gonna make any progress on that shit at all. There we go. And there's gonna be another huge group coming out soon as well. Rough.
Perfect.
Yeah, 1 minute left. I'm gonna have to retry this one too. Finally, like, enemy, like, clusters stop appearing, like, after that last huge mass. But, I'm less than a minute. I have to destroy 2 melon bolts, and then the base as well. Alright, how do I bullshit my way through this one? I'll stop playing now, just so I can, like... That's a short interval between those two as well.
No, don't listen to Everett. He and the Illuminati have been afraid from the beginning, afraid of us. Afraid of nano-augmentation. Consider your powers, your strength, your intelligence. You've only had a small taste. Let me finish the project. Let me bring infinite power to the human body. You will not be left behind.
There's no way I have, like, enough traction to be able to use this molar bear. But I could try. I'm gonna have to get all 4 levels of that. Starting off with a cluster of friends already. Okay. My mine I buried back here. I shouldn't have done that. I should have swapped the 2 places of these. Let me see how feasible this is. Especially since, well, those units do end up vanishing for whatever bizarre reason. $94 cost. And me fighting here means that the melon pult's gonna be able to reach.
No!
Case in point. Oh, they get extra damage depending on that, but I think this is my way to break through these motherfuckers. Case in point. Just get some tanky bitches. They can't be converted. They actually do a number
Up to no good.
on these things. I can come back here and shoot these bastards.
You
Damn game making me use my brain fruits
I will
now.
Kill that young woman. I mean it.
Yeah, this worked out better than the mine. I take back what I said. This powerful blunderbuss can shoot the box slugs in one hit, and we just swept right through that.
Perfect.
You interfere in any way, I will kill that young woman.
Already I'm more.
Bunch of new friends.
Helios and I.
The world will fall to pieces.
Well, the
No one will be in
Illuminati
control.
cower in the
It will be
shadows.
chaos. Your strength, complete, your intelligence. You've only had a small
Don't
taste.
leave
Let me finish the
me.
project. Let me bring infinite power to the human body. You will not be left behind. No, don't listen to Everett. He and the Illuminati have been afraid.
Wrinkling my nose here.
Afraid of us. Afraid of nano-augmentation. Consider your powers, your strength, your intelligence. You've only
We'll leave things as they are.
small taste. Let me finish the
I
project.
did it again.
Let me bring infinite power to the human body. You will
I don't know those.
find.
That is most certainly something new for me. Never seen it before.
No! You don't know what you're doing.
We'll shoot it
Everything will
all
be
the
lost.
same.
Everything. The world will fall to pieces. No one will be in control. It will be chaos. Complete chaos.
Come along, Burr. Do some Burr things.
I did it again.
Sending a fucking snowman after me. That's rude. Get him! Fucking molar bear time, bitches. I need to stop giggling and start doing something with my money. Instead of fucking tittering. Granted, they do deal extra damage by having the money saved up, so there is that. Man, I love being able to tell those melon balls that just get fucked. Alright, the bear apocalypse has come. A real bear menagerie here. Right, bear taps to the power of capitalism. Alright, molar bears. We finally found a use for the molar bears. That makes me happy. Alright, we've got 4 flavors of fuck you coming up. Great. Bear, I think it's time for you to take a break, my friend.
Soon I will be pure light, pure energy. Helios and I. While the Illuminati cower in the shadows.
While the Illuminati cower in the shadows.
Soon I will leave this body and death will have no meaning.
Are better than kings. Gods.
You couldn't possibly go through with something like that. You'd kill everyone, including yourself. I know what you're trying to do. It won't work. Stop! I order you to stop right there. I'm always pleased to see one of my
Soon I
experiments
will be
perform
pure
so well.
light,
You
pure
aren't even afraid
energy.
of doing everything when we
Helios and
lost
I.
things right when we made you dead. The world will
While
fall
the
to pieces.
Illuminati
I
cower
will
in
be
the
in
shadows.
control. It will be chaos. Complete chaos. I know what you're thinking.
We'll do this.
I order you to
While the Illuminati cower in the shadows.
We got a lot of things right when we made you dim, but don't worry. Your strength. I know your intelligence. You've only had a small taste. Let me finish the project. Let me bring infinite power to
fuck.
the human body.
You send multi-burb at me. Grimith was not prepared for the multi-burb. That explains. Alright, this is the new and fresh hell. Those damn birds are fucking mana drainers.
Already I'm more than
The fucking penguins are gold drainers.
Kill that young woman.
Afraid we got a lot of things right when we made you didn't, but don't worry.
Some bullshit. I should not have used that there.
A small taste. Let me finish the project. Let me bring infinite power to
I don't even know what the fuck to say to this shit other than fuck.
not be left behind. No, I'm always pleased to see one of my experiments perform so
It's a new kind of fresh hell.
and I,
afraid of we got a lot of things right when we made
while the
you
Illuminati
didn't, but don't
cower in the
worry.
shadows.
Your intelligence. You've only had a small taste. Let me
I need
finish
them
the
to come
project.
further in.
Let me bring infinite power.
We're not succeeding out there.
You will not be
We do have burbs that lay eggs, but
You interfere in any way, I will kill that young
alright.
woman.
Fuck
I
the
mean
den.
it.
We can't do that whole den shit. Good information to have. But the Firebirds don't have time to do egg things either.
always up to
I
no
did it
good.
again.
Okay. Not even gonna bother trying to... Well... Yeah. Not even gonna bother. Letting that play out until the end of the level to get penguin research. Okay. Slugs.
Perfect.
We didn't have any enemies that qualified for these effects, but still, slugs. With their range attacks. And then, for support, you have Burb, who costs me energy upon death. And then, fucking Penguin. Popper's Penguin, who costs me gold upon death when their egg hatches. So, Clawstridge egg kills my energy, Popper's Penguin egg kills my gold, and then you have, like, the constant wave of slugs that come out. Yo, this is some bullshit.
Soon I will leave this body, and death will have no meaning.
Well, the same could have been said for the Firebirds. But ultimately, like, we didn't use the mind control spores to fucking deal with them, or I didn't, rather, anyway. They move at a speed which I can't guarantee timing the mind control spore. With a 50 energy cost, that only flings away me not losing the gold or energy from that, instead of actually resolving, like, a group of enemies. Yes, it won't matter. Like, no matter how they die, that egg still appears. Because they're still dead. And Box Slug's effect kills. And even then, that's only on red and green units. Those birds are not red and green units. So completely irrelevant in this case. Box Slug I brought on to deal with the weak 2 versus black there, that both of them share, which ultimately proved to be ineffective. So, to the abyss with thee.
I'm always pleased to see one of my experiments perform so well. You aren't even afraid, are you? We got a lot of things right when we made you, Denton, but don't worry. I know your weaknesses.
No!
You couldn't possibly go through with something like that.
You'd
Everett.
kill everyone,
He and the
including
Illuminati have
yourself.
been afraid from the beginning, afraid of us, afraid of nano-augmentation. Consider your powers, your strength, your intelligence. You've only had a small taste. Let me finish the project. Let me bring infinite power to the human body. You will not be left behind.
I'm not Bob Page, you know.
How do I resolve this? Let's try this. I want a workshop upgrade over the hatchery.
I know what you're trying to do. It won't work.
Possibly not, Bob. Possibly not.
You interfere in any way, I will kill that young woman. I mean it.
I did it again.
I'm always pleased to see one of my experiments perform so well. You aren't even afraid, are you? We got a lot of things right when we made you, Denton, but don't worry. I know your weaknesses.
Perfect.
Stop! I order you
That
to
mine
stop
did not
right
even
there.
fucking finish off anything of substance.
You couldn't possibly go through with something like that. You'd kill everyone, including yourself.
That spore's not gonna hit any... No, it did, although the health was lowered there. Here comes another cluster. Okay. Fucking melon bolt. And the fact that we just engaged in like this gigantic skirmish there at said melon bolt also.
You don't
Rest
know
in
what you're
peace,
doing.
economy.
Everything will be lost. Everything. The world will fall to pieces. No one will be in control. It will be chaos. Complete
I need to draw, like,
chaos.
I can't draw it away. I have to keep pressing. That has to be a thing I do. I have to destroy that. It gets me the finances to actually be able to do something.
No!
Oh, wait, I don't have the energy anymore. Right. That bird egg, fucking...
No!
Yeah, and the mine's not strong enough, as noted, to actually kill anything.
Perfect.
So if we had another minute and a half, we'd clean this out. Probably a minute, but... in particular case, this strategy was effective, just not effective enough. I didn't lose, and I am on the cusp of winning that.
Always up to no good.
There's nothing immune to slug, MDB. The serum Toss a 55. Enhancing its speed, strength, and durability. We've unlocked Burb. They are units which red and green are both strong again, so it's not exactly as if I would put this on the board.
I'm always pleased to see one of my experiments perform so well. You aren't even afraid, are you? We got a lot of things right when we made you, Denton, but don't worry. I know your weaknesses.
Bob is not helping. By the way, definitely not helping, me think. Oh, at least I'm not too tired for this stream. Only slightly tired.
You couldn't possibly go through with something like that. You'd kill everyone.
I think the primary
including
problem is just
yourself.
we got into that huge confrontation and by that damn fucking entrenched catapult that fires watermelons. If I had the fight closer to my base, a bit more progress. I don't know whether that would have gone through the second melon pult and then victory though. Instead, I liked using these two units. That was good. I don't think investing 55 energy in Incredigrowth instead of my energy to deal with a group or mind control spore. That said, I don't know for sure. I haven't cracked out Incredigrowth this entire broadcast. Why not? It's gonna be a huge investment, though, to get there. Which involves... necessitates me building the den, which means any fights I have are going to have Melon Pult support, like them firing at me. Which is a big incentive for not fucking doing it.
Always up to no good.
Perfect.
Case in point. Believe we proved the power of the Incredigrowth right there. That was the gross misrepresentation of it. Fuck you. Go die to fire. That's my story and I'm sticking to it.
No!
Like, I wasn't particularly thrilled by it the last stream I did of this. Not surprised that I'm not thrilled by it this time.
I
I'm
did
not
it
Bob
again.
Page, you know.
How do I want to try and handle this? Having a mine would be great, although the enemies are going to be spread out here.
I did it again.
We'll save the energy for this, I guess.
Perfect.
A lot of fucking slugs. And I don't want to build this den until the first melon pole's destroyed.
I did it again.
These mines, unless all the units are cluster, is also material, and I don't actually want to have another engagement right now. We need to pull back. Despite the fact that this shit's about to be destroyed.
Perfect.
Loathe to upgrade it now, but needs must. I do need another unit, or two, or four.
I did it again!
Maybe we'll just make it so that they don't hit that again. How about that? Get the full upgrade so that we can have fiery explosive eggs on our side.
Perfect!
Alright, go ahead and drain my energy then.
I did it again!
Oh wait, they're poppers penguins, not energy draining ones. Maybe I am a little tired. Made that mistake. I know their abilities, damn it. There we go. I'm just waiting for the cooldown of these things. Also get that den up. Oh shit. Here we go with these popper bastards.
Always up to no good. I know what you're trying to do. It won't work.
Well, we actually made more progress. That the fucking melon bolts, the first metapole got destroyed, but I'm still not... Like, that's still not good enough. Still too slow. They do extra damage against black and red units, and one of the enemies on board is red.
Don't leave me!
Yeah, so that was technically better. Just,
Perfect!
just not enough time. How do I make that faster?
Soon I will be pure light. Pure
I don't know, man. I needed everything
Helios and
here.
I. While the Illuminati cower in the shadows.
I guess I could bring those on the board instead of that. I don't know. Save more energy for, like, the mines and, like, the blunderblunt.
I'm not Bob Page, you
Plus
know.
blast shots. Okay. We can bring out the Pauper's Penguin for the money instead. Though both of them are strong against it. Well, whatever. We try all the same. No worries.
I'm not Bob Page, you know.
I'm aware. You're not Bob Page, damn it. I want them to deal some damage to this. Yeah, let's wait until that second group gets over, close enough. Lay down a mine there. That weakens all of them. Looked like the fucking fox I had was just running in place instead of accomplishing his dreams. So that's lamentable. Can't take my money if I don't have any for you to take, right? There we go, now the eggs have appeared.
Perfect!
These guys are here to take the energy. Minergy. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna make as much progress as I did with the last one. Oh, we actually got a lot of energy from that fucking... that surviving egg. Like, I had, like, a huge influx that popped up there.
I did it again!
Interesting. Uh-oh. Oh, here we go. Here's their last influx of hell.
No! You don't know what you're doing. Everything will be lost. Everything. The world will fall to pieces. No one will be in control. It will be chaos. Complete chaos.
I know, they're fucking adorable, aren't they? Well, we did make it further. Alright, how do I make this, like, 15 more seconds quicker? The reinforcements I spawn here. Maybe even, like, 10 seconds quicker. Maybe even 5 seconds quicker. That was good enough.
No!
Perfect! I did it again!
Always up to no good.
We'll replay it, see if I can do it a little bit better. A little touch, a little smidgeroo. Needed the den. Needed more units. I've laced the den down at the end after the first melon pulp. Needed the extra stuff.
I mean it.
It's not like I saved any money there that would have been more helpful here, because both of these were fully upgraded. Needed to get extra units, because all of these guys were on cooldowns. Building the den was the correct answer there after the destruction of the first melon pulp.
No!
Shut the fuck up, Bob.
Perfect!
Leave
I'm not
me.
Bob Page, you know.
I did it again!
No, don't listen to Everett. He and the Illuminati have been afraid from the beginning. Afraid of us. Afraid of nano-augmentation. Consider your powers, your strength, your intelligence.
This sucks.
You've only had a small taste. Let me finish the project. Let me bring infinite power to
Trying
the
to, like,
body.
build stuff so I can use my energy.
Behind.
Alright. Well, we did what we could.
No! You don't know what you're doing. Everything will be lost. Everything. The world will fall to pieces. No one will be in control. It will be chaos. Complete chaos.
Don't like the fact that we're pushing ahead here. Like, normally it'd be like, yeah, great, that's fine, wonderful, I love pushing ahead. The fact there's 3 slugs there instead of 2 also really chaps my ass. See, all this golden shit's on cooldown.
Perfect! I did it again! Perfect. I did it again.
I think that'll do it. We scraped together the extra time we needed and then some. Yeah, the first World Silvers didn't have any trouble with at all, and then the middle of World 2 was just a real, like, roadblock, like a real, like, difficulty transition.
I did it again.
Well, I guess of all the free bullshit that the AI spawns with, like, tons of enemies that cause shit tons of gold. I don't like this list of enemies. I feel as if this is where I'm done with the game. I really don't like that list of enemies. Like, that's some bullshit right there.
No!
Pauper's penguin, their eggs drain your gold. You have these normal burbs, their eggs kill your energy. These firebirds, their eggs fucking obliterate your health. That's some bird shit right there. Bird shit.
Perfect. I did it again.
Are better than kings. Gods.
Primarily green, huh? So primary log jams and maybe a green croc with a smattering of burbs thrown in, I guess during like those wave moments. Okay.
Don't leave me. 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 Don't leave me.
You don't know what you're
Don't
doing.
leave
Everything will be
me.
lost.
I'm not Bob Page, you know.
The world will fall to pieces. No one will be in control. It will be chaos. Complete chaos.
I think I'm gonna leave everything as it is. We'll see where the road takes us. Road? Where are we going, Road?
I did it again.
Fucking green birds? Are you fucking kidding me? Well, what bullshit ability do they have? Inquiring minds want to know what green eggs do.
No.
I like you.
You don't know what you're doing. Everything will be lost. Everything. The world will fall to pieces. No one will be in control.
While the Illuminati cower in the shadows.
Oh, it's a band-aid for everyone on their team. They get a free heal. Okay. Well, that sucks, but could be worse. He said, laughing nervously. Here's the pauper penguins.
Perfect.
Yes, green eggs. No ham, though. 1,000,000% less ham than advertised. Incredible Baron without any sound or music right now. I've done like a full playthrough of this before. I'm just, going through some other stuff. Rest in peace, gold. While letting Bob Page talk to us, as is his birthright.
I know what you're trying to do.
And we got another 2
not
minutes
Bob
at
Page, you
least.
know.
That's nice.
I did it again.
Making some traction. I'm just worried about having like a fight next to the melon pult, which is exactly where this is going. Well, we're here now. Although, looks like I'm about to... Oh, hey, good. I wasn't expecting to fucking wreck it. I'll take it. Fuck you, bird. Oh, they actually pushed on me. Must be all them free heals that they get. And of course, the melon pole dealing its damage. What am I doing? I need to build something.
I'm not Bob Page, you know.
Okay, what an interesting final wave there. It's like, you don't need to have energy. What a rude final wave there. It's like, goodbye, energy. They didn't tell me anything about blue slugs and the enemy composition. Cheats.
I know what you're trying to do. It won't work.
I said, looks like I'm gonna get this. First try. Fuck you, heel birds. Out of my life.
You're too late. Already I'm more than
I
human.
did it again.
That's rain soft.
Don't leave me.
I'm not Bob Page, you know.
Really, JC, it's good to know. Glad.
Oh!
Yes, birds at war, the eternal struggle of bird action here. Perpetual burb fisticuffs. There can be only one burb. Have inside me blood of feathers.
You couldn't possibly go through with something like that. You'd kill everyone, including yourself.
That's probably true, Bob. It's probably true. Let's do this.
I'm not Bob Page, you know.
3 box slugs.
You don't know what you're doing. Everything will be lost. Everything. The world will fall to pieces. No one will be in control. It will be chaos. Complete chaos.
Perfect. I did it again.
Go ahead and destroy those bastards. Alright, Molar Bear. Let's get to work, shall we?
Stop. I order you to stop right
You're
there.
too late. Already I'm more than human.
Melon Pole got the kill there.
I'm not Bob Page, you know.
There's a whole storyline to this game that we're not seeing just because I'm in all these bonus levels. Suffice to say that in this age of war, there can be only one survivor, one incredible Baron, to carry on all this glorious research, and as it turns out, that's probably me. Spoilers, I know. Surprise! I actually kind of like want to save up the gold so that they deal more damage. Yeah, I'm the one who spawns the units. I set up structures and upgrades for them, I choose what I want to do between missions, like my array of animals, like, say, those molar bears. Like, I have my structure as workshop, hatchery, and den. I have, like, what units I want to file in there. I have a total of 4 slots, with upgrades, as well as units. Each of them have their own strengths and weaknesses, not just versus different colors, but they also have their own abilities. Hatchery requires a workshop to be built, den requires the hatchery to be built. Some units like their abilities rely on, say, the hatchery being fully upgraded. The game will inform you what color of foe that you're going to be facing within the next level. They each have colors that they're strong and weak against, which influences the abilities they fire off of. Say, for example, that last level had a bunch of box slugs as the primary opposition. Red and green units it kills reanimate to fight for you. So, what I threw out against it was molar bears. They're white units. Plump, could you maybe not interrupt my explanation? Molar bears, so they can't be converted into zombies, and they deal extra damage against those box slugs. We also have a number of special abilities that work based on... I know, Plump, I know, it's the Bob Page stream.
I know what you're trying to do. It won't work.
So in Longlat, like, you have gold as a currency, which you earn basically over the passage of time. Level ups increase, like, your gold generation. You also have energy that you earn, which influences, like, the abilities that you might bring along. Well, your ability to use those things.
I did it again.
There is an investment mechanic called the shovel during missions, where you can pour gold into reducing the costs of the things that you bring onto the boards. There's strategy in that. There's also a time limit that you have for each mission.
Listen to Everett.
So in this particular case, I know that this level has a white shovel and then another enemy that's going to be white, but I haven't identified it in my book. Which, I can research all these folks so that I can use them by going back and replaying levels.
You will not be left behind.
Damn it, Bob. Anyway, I want to send red and green units out on this particular mission, so I will. Let's do that. These atomic bomb snakes, which will explode, and these log jams, which, help things. We'll combine that, I think, with these red firebirds. I want to bring the mines in, these blunderbuss blasts, and then I guess the penguins. I don't really have anything for the den, so that works properly. I guess I could just bring another white unit. Since white on white crime, they're not strong or weak against each other.
No!
I think I will. I probably just won't build a den, though. Well, we'll find out. So there's the shovel. I'm pressing tab to upgrade that. When I choose to upgrade that. I'm also upgrading my workshop so that I can now build this logjam, and I want to work on being able to build this atomic bomb snake. Actually, I want the hatchery so I can use my mine. A white croc indeed.
No!
Don't really know what to expect from them. One thing about having chosen these two units is how incredibly expensive both of them are.
Always up to no good.
So that's a thing. It's a reality I have to accept in my life. Maybe I shouldn't have brought the atomic bomb snake. There's a skull that's been ticking down there. They're gonna... Not much of anything to be worried about. I'm confused. Whatever. It happened. He does, but I don't think the aura hampers me since I'm not using any units that he'd be weak to. Or that The white is weak too, so I don't know. Beats me. He turned spectral. What the hell? Alright, he's gonna have to go in the book. I don't understand.
Perfect.
He's like fucking Ghost.
Did it again.
Ghost Croc. I don't even know how to respond to that. I don't have anything to say to Ghost Croc. Other than okay. Neat. I know, Lethal. Bob Page. Perpetual sassing. Got plenty of gold at our disposal now.
Perfect.
I guess it's time.
No!
Let's start getting this online. We're gonna get ourselves a Molar Bearer 4. Coming out, Burr. That way we can start punching through this. I love how little cooldown these damn things have. If you've got the cash, they got what you need. That egg should be protected. Yeah, protected egg. That way we can get more cash. Cash.
Always up to
We got
no
this
good.
in the bag.
Always up to no good. Always up to no
Think.
Always up to no good.
I am. Always up to no good. Some of these levels are certainly easier than others, or maybe I just have a better understanding of how to be successful in life.
No!
I'm not Bob Page, you know.
Perfect.
Alright, that takes us to the crypts. Probably a red croc. We'll complete with red slug, atomic red snake, the, fuck, I can't believe I forgot the name. Roebucket. Duh, that's the starting thing. And then a fireburb. Lots of explosion hell. Well, I guess after playing the game for, what, 2 hours and change this stream, plus the 2.5 I played of it whenever I initially, played the game a few weeks back. It's reasonable enough. System of, strengths and weaknesses, checks and balances with the units. The normal campaign, like the Bronze Star one, where they had, storytelling and stuff, which, it's a pretty nice game aesthetics-wise. A nice little story to it. Just a nice little, opening introduction to all of the bullshit that apparently waits you beyond story mode, which is this. Which you would only play if you had an interest in these strategic puzzles, or you wanted to collect all of this research. There's plenty of critters I haven't researched, and probably will never research. But I picked the game up for this particular stream, because Bob Page is chatting. We don't need the sound or music, it's just me doing strategic puzzles. Also, what the fuck is this indigo shrimp?
I'm not Bob Page, you know.
I see.
Better than kings.
Yeah. Also got to crack open those beautiful bears that we got, those molar bears, towards the end of the story mode. And they're pretty fun. Pretty fun. We got them straight at the end of World 3. Big fan of them.
Always up to no good.
Huh. Well, if they're all red, and there's gonna be a shit ton of blue crocs. They don't share any common weaknesses. Not only that, but these units here are gonna be strong against anything I would use to directly counter that. And vice versa. Except for red. No, except for blue units. If I place down blue, that ties with these blue units, and all the red units would be weak against that. I could just lay down a bunch of blue. And then a molar bear. Blue plus molar bear. It's a match made in fuck you.
I'm not Bob Page, you know.
I know, JC.
Perfect.
I know.
I did it again.
Grimith furrowing his brow in contemplation.
I know what you're
I hate
trying
thinking.
to do. It won't
Too much
work.
effort. Leave thinking for the burbs. Let's do that. Let's see what fresh hell we're going to be entering into. I want this upgraded. Oh, yeah, there's a fog of war on this one. I forgot
You
210
couldn't
had
possibly
that.
go through with something like that. You'd kill everyone, including yourself.
That's definitely going to make things rougher here. Don't really want the hard stuff, but here you go. I don't like not having scouting intel. 3 pults. A 5-minute timer. Okay, blue slugs. Blue slugs? But that wasn't on the enemy list. Just shaking my head now. Just... lying sack of shit game. No, it's fine. It's cool. I like it whenever whenever the game lies to me. No, it's fine. No, I'm not bitter. Cthulhu Box, our good friend Cthulhu Box.
Perfect.
Can't say I've missed you.
Did it again.
There's been no reality in which you've been missed. Distinct lack of missing. Fireburb. Mm-hmm.
No! No!
Can't place the mine too far ahead from my units. Get him, class. Give me your gold. Show me the loots. It's time. Most certainly time. I don't care whether the game lies to me. It's cool, it's fine. I'm not owned. You're owned. Unfortunately, that egg's going to be lost to the ether, to the sands of Camelot. Yup. No gold for me from that.
I did it again.
Not. Why are you walking in place? Fight! Get that melon pulp. Kick its ass. Yeah, like... we used a significant chunk of the time for this level, but this was definitely easier than some of the early ones. At least as far as I'm concerned.
You interfere in
I suppose
any
we'd
way,
have to wait for the
I will
level to
kill
go
that
on
young
even
woman.
longer.
I mean it.
Feel deceived. Bamboozled. Hoodwinked. Go to hell. Didn't even finish any research, we're too badass. The Zulu box will have to be left behind.
Perfect. I did it again.
Achievement get. S'more Desert. It was. It was for sea slug, which I haven't fully researched yet. That was the mystery. The sea slug. Still. That was a snooze. Like, 210 there was so much harder than, or so much easier than 2-3, and 2-4, and 2-6. God, 2-6. Not even talk about this bullshit here in 2-7. Fucking burb hell. Monstrous burbs. Burbs as far as the eye can see. Burbs for you and burbs for me. Spring burb. And, like, my attitude towards the game, whenever I stop playing it, like, after completing the story mode, still stands. Like, without playing the story, we're left to the devices of the game mechanics, which are strategic puzzleroos. We've got our critters that we can go back and unlock. We've got level ups that get us nothing but extra gold generation. World 2 was the first case where I actually started failing missions. Nothing too bad in the way of puzzleroos, though. And then we've got our own, like, a gold edition, where you can get even more crazy antics. Gold, but it just... With this stuff, you end up just, you don't have the game's charm at all.
This body and death will have no meaning.
And while the game mechanics are alright, I don't think they're compelling enough for me to keep playing without, like, the rest of the charm of the game. It also is, like, a short, compact game, though. It's not bad.
I did it again!
I'm just not that into damn puzzles. If I wanted to do puzzles, I'd just do chess. Chess puzzles. Yeah. Infinite peril. Super burr. I think I'm done with you again, Incredible Baron. I think that's it. I'm all baroned out. You belong in the freezer. You belong in the freezer along with the rest of the Red Barons.
No! Don't leave.
I think I'm uninstalling Red Baron again.
I order you to stop right there.
It's okay, it's only a few hundred megabytes.
This body and death will have no meaning.
No!